Good evening everybody, welcome back to Kayak Fishing Cornwall. My name's Owen. I'm going to go and chase some pollock and some bass with some lures off my kayak. It's been a while since I've got out and had a particularly fruitful fishing session. I've been a bit quiet on the content recently. Today we've got, well, first of all I should say this is pretty much low water, but the tide should be starting to flood. We've got an onshore breeze of nearly 10 knots, so ordinarily I would be looking at the other coast in these conditions. However, I've not done very well over there of late, and I've not fished here for ages, so I thought I'll just have a change of scenery. I've come, like I said, quick after work sesh, so I've got just pretty much the bare minimum, couple of lure rods, fish finder, that's it, and cameras, and I'm going to have a chuck about a couple of hours. Really, bass would be nice. I'm hoping that these slightly wobbly onshore conditions might encourage a bit of action on the fish front. I don't know if I'll make it out to the reef. I'll just play it by ear really. I've been wanting to have this kayak in a little bit wobbly conditions and see how I get along with it. On this rod, I've got a sidewinder solid, like a 6-inch silvery grey sidewinder solid, which have always proven to be pretty good bass catching lures for me over the last few years, especially when trolled. So I'm going to have a crack with that. And on the other one, I've got Savage Gear sand eel in khaki, so I'll have a go with that. I'm just going to go out round here, cast at a few of the spots that I usually find bass in. Hope we can get something worth keeping. Right, out goes the Savage Gear sand eel. Drags are nice and light, so I'll, if I get a take, I'll hear the line peel off. Off we go. I figured with the wind being onshore, at least I can get some shelter on the inside of the island if it is a bit lumpy, but it's not bad actually. I might actually go and have a look at the reef, have a little quick go on the reef, and come back in when there's a little bit more water maybe, if I don't pick up anything on the way out. It's a stunning evening and that sun is really hot. I'm glad I lagged up a load of sun cream before I hit the water, because I wasn't expecting it to be sort of beating down quite as much as it is. Right, I can actually see on the sounder and with my naked eye a huge load of sand eels down here. See if that camera's on a minute, I might pop that down. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. So difficult to tell with these Polaroid glasses on. And what I can also see is marks down there that are bigger than these sand eels. So I think there's possibly something down there feeding on this lot. It's going to be worth a few casts. There's a vast shoal of sand eels down here. Such a shame Savage Gear don't make one of their V2 sand eels in a sort of bluey, a light bluey silver colour. I reckon that would be killer. I've got a sort of sparkly blue one, but yeah, it's not that kind of deep blue that I would like to use really. Well, I've come out here onto the reef, and it's a little bit wobblier. It's just like wind blown chop on the top, on top of a small swell. So it's a bit wobbly, but I've kind of wanted to get out here and get a bit of a wobble on since I bought this kayak. I've only really been out on really flat days so far, so I'm kind of up for seeing how I get on with this. I'll have a couple of drifts here on the reef. Won't spend a lot of time out here. Okay, gonna run that drift again because it put me on a course I didn't expect. That it is getting a bit wobbly out here for my liking, so I might just run this one out and then go back in into the sheltered area in there. Right, I've resorted to parking myself on top of where I want to fish, which isn't what I usually do. I usually try and line myself up so I'll drift over it, but that clearly isn't working today. Oh, hit! Oh no, it's gone. Right, that was a fruitless half an hour on the reef there. Tried a few different lures. Drift is annoyingly unpredictable, so I'm just going to pedal across the reef and see if I mark anything worth having a little go at. I might stop and have a go, but I'll go back in there. Go back in there and have a cast about. Right, nothing on that. Got a little metal on. I'm going to have literally 5 drops with this little metal. If the fish are all feeding on something tiny and silver, this is the closest thing I've got. That's a hit, and it's a fish. Oh, you are kidding me. How can a fish drop that little tiny metal with a treble on it? Surely if something bites a treble, it's hooked. There's stuff marking on the sounder, so at least there's something there and it's showing an interest in this little metal. I think I've got something there. Yes, I have. Right, this one's hooked. No monster. Doesn't feel very pollocky. Yeah, that's because it's a wrasse. Fat wrasse. Nice. Let's get this one off. Well, a wrasse is a blank saver. Might not be what I was hoping for. And hooked and everything. Oh, bloody hell. How can a fish dodge this treble and yet the treble is successfully hooking everything I own? Right. Let's have you a look at this wrasse. Very pale. Only little. Thanks for the blank saver wrasse. I think that is probably all I need to know, isn't it, about what's going on out here, if that's the best I can do. That's another fish. Yes. Whose money's on another wrasse? Let's see if I can get this. What have we got going on here? See if I can get a picture of this coming up. Oh wow. Oh, that is a first for me. That's a cuckoo. I think that's a first for me on a kayak, on a lure. I've had them with bait, but yeah, that's unusual. These bloody trebles. Keep still, buddy, we'll get you off. There we go. Sweet. Whoa. Soaking to boot. Yeah, lovely little cuckoo wrasse. Gorgeous little fish. He's away. Right, that was a bit of a warning shot across the bow. That one, it might be time to move. Right, got some company down here tonight. There's a couple of guys over there in a boat. And there's a rib nearby as well. I don't know if they're fishing or diving. Picked a few bass up here, so in the past. So I'm going to have a little chuck about here with the metal. I think I'm getting hit there actually. And there's a decent mark under me here. See what way I'm going to drift, maybe cast back over this. Oh, that was right underneath the kayak. I marked some fish. Yeah, marked some fish there. I actually saw that. I saw a big flash of silver. Yeah, there's loads of fish mid-water here. Okay. Well, I like the chances of this then. Right, I'm just spun around. I'm going to cast back at in the direction I came in, because I went over quite a few marks there. About 7 meters of water. And that metal will fall pretty quick. I'm going to give it a few switches as I bring it in, I think. Just see if I can make it a little bit more interesting. That's a hit. Yes, fish. Oh, it's coming in though, like there's nothing there. Is that a mackerel? Feels like a mackerel. Yeah, it's a mackerel. Oh, well, not the bass I was hoping for, but there's marks below me here. I know what I should be doing. I should have my little my sort of sleeper rig out, shouldn't I? These trebles really are a menace if you want to put something back in. This guy's not going back. He's going to get a knock on the head. So not the bass I was looking for, but nice big fat mackerel. So I'm just going to carry on here, I think. Oh my god, that hit the water and that hit the water and got grabbed by another mackerel. I do want mackerel still, because I've not really hit a big load of them, and I need hook baits for shark fishing. He's woken up now. Come here, you bugger. Yeah, I want hook baits for shark fishing. Oh, that's a thumping great mackerel. That's lovely. Wow. Yeah, that is a nice big old mackerel. Right, I'm heading in. It is a bit wobbly down here for me to get to the other little spots I wanted to go to. I've had a couple of wrasse. A cuckoo wrasse is a first for me on the channel, I think, especially on a lure. That's unusual. Well, it was a little metal, I suppose. And a couple of fat mackerel, which I might have one for my tea, actually, because I haven't had dinner yet and I'm starving. And I do love a fresh bit of mackerel. So yeah, heading in. Thanks for joining me this evening. Just a little couple of hours on the water. Good test actually of this kayak on some slightly less favourable conditions. So I'm easing myself into it, and yeah, you know, handled fine. I'm really worried about coming out of this, even with the odd wave coming over the side onto me. Actually felt fine. Ooh, there's a bunch of swimmers there. Better reel these in, otherwise I might end up hooking them. But you know, bloody hell, it's quite rough to be swimming about here. Yeah, rather them than me. Get these lures in and clear off. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. See you next time.